If you are looking for online work in Kenya, please watch this video until the end. I will be sharing 5 online jobs you can do from your home. You don't have to go to work anywhere and make money. So if this is something you want, please watch this video until the end. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as I will be sharing more content like this. I'll be showing you how to make money online. So if you are ready to make money online in Kenya, please let's get into the video. Before we begin, let's first understand what is online work. Online work is any form of employment sourced, done, and submitted online. For instance, if I gave you a job right now, I'll send you the job through an email. You do the job, send me the job through the email. That's online work. You didn't have to come to my house or to my office to do the job. So I hope up to this point we now understand what is online work. So the next question is, who can do online work? Anyone can do online work, and there are so many types of online jobs. Online jobs range from being teachers online. You can be a transcriptionist, you can be a writer. Personally, I'm an SEO writer. So there are so many jobs you can do online. But in this video, I'll be showing you 5 of the most easiest jobs you can start to do online. These jobs require minimal skills but have very good income. Now that we understand what is online work, let's talk of online jobs that you can do in Kenya. Number 1 is transcription. So what is transcription? Transcription is when you are given an audio, for instance, like an audio recorded in a studio, and you have to listen and transcribe whatever that person is saying. Transcribing is typing. You write out what the person is saying. For instance, if I gave you this video and told you to listen and write what I was saying, that is transcription. So you listen to audios and transcribe, write out whatever that person is saying. In transcriptions, the audios vary. You can get an audio with 2 people conversing. You can get an audio with 1 person giving a lecture. For instance, like a lecturer in a classroom giving out a lecture. That's 1 person talking. You can get 2 people, like in a podcast, discussing a book, and you're told to write whatever they were saying. Again, you can get a conversation like in a radio station or a TV station. You are asked to transcribe whatever they were talking about. So in a TV station, probably they had 3, 4, 5 guests, and you need to transcribe whatever each person was saying, and you have to differentiate what each person was saying. For instance, there was guest 1, guest 2, guest 3, and guest 4. You have to differentiate between the voice of guest 1 from the voice of the host and guest 3, and you have to name this conversation so that the person who wants the typed document will know whoever was talking. So that's how transcription work. So for you to become a good transcriber, you must have a good listening ear. You must be able to listen, and you must be able to listen different accents. For instance, like the way I'm speaking, it's not how people in the UK or in the US speak. They have some sort of an accent. You must be able to write out whatever they are saying. You cannot make a mistake. You make a mistake, you're fired. Okay? But don't worry, it's not as that difficult. As long as you have a good listening ear and you understand accents and you speak good English, you can be able to transcribe. In fact, transcription is one of the basic job you can do in online work, but it pays good. Personally, it was the first job I started with when I came to the online world in 2020. So I started as a transcriber. So I'm telling you from something I have done. It's not something I have heard people talking about. I did transcription, then I went to writing. Okay? So what do you need to become a transcriber? To become a transcriber, you need a laptop. You also need headphones. In my case, I did not have, at the time I was very broke. I didn't even have headphones. So it was very difficult for me because when you are given an audio of an American person speaking and you don't have headphones, you really struggle. So you'll need headphones and a good laptop. Can you work with a phone? To be honest, no. Transcription, you cannot be able to do it with a phone. I have had people saying you can do transcription with a phone, but I am telling you it's almost impossible. This is something I have tried, I have done. I also started using a phone, but it was very, very difficult. The good news is you don't have to transcribe each and every word. There are some apps online you'll just download, and you'll just put the audio through the app, and the app will transcribe for you. However, because I said you need to have a good listening ear. Now, this is an AI app, so it cannot write everything correctly. So you as a person, you need to come in and listen to what the audio is saying, and look at whatever the AI have written and identify any mistakes, because we don't want to send this audio with mistakes. But the AI app will do like 70% of the job. The AI might miss some commas, full stops and such things. It may also miss some words. Like for instance, the person may say here, and the AI hears ear and misses that H. So you need to come in and rectify that. You listen to the audio several times to make sure that there are no mistakes. Okay? So that's how transcription works. Transcription companies pays between around $10 to $15 per audio hour. Please note, this is not per hour, it's per audio hour. So if you are given an audio recorded for 1 hour, you'll be paid between $10 to $15. Some companies pay higher. Some companies may pay up to $7, $8, $9. But the average pay for most companies is between $10 to $15. So you need to get the difference. It's not per hour. It's if you are given a transcription for 1 hour, you'll be paid the $10. Okay, that's around 1,300 Kenya shilling. You transcribe. When I was working, I used to take up to 5 hours to transcribe that amount of work. Up to 5 hours. But I was a beginner. But anyway, if you get paid 1,300 every 5 hours, I don't think that's bad in this Kenya, Bwana. Yeah, that's good money. As I have said, to become a good transcriber, you need to have good listening skills, good hearing skills. That is very important. If you struggle with hearing, please, this job is not for you, because you'll just waste your time, submit work, and then you won't get paid, or you'll be penalized. Okay? So if you have problems with hearing, please, I have other jobs you can do in this video. Please don't go for transcription. Another thing, you need to be able to type very fast. As I have said, you are paid per audio hour. So you need to have good typing speed and accuracy in writing. If you struggle with writing accuracy, then transcription may not be a job for you. However, if you can be able to type fast, if you have good listening skills, then this job is for you. So where do you find work when you after learning the transcription skill? You can find work on Upwork. In Upwork and Fiverr and freelancer.com, there are so many transcription jobs posted every day. So you can go there, bid. If you don't want to bid, there are so many transcribing companies, websites that take transcribers and pay them monthly depending on how much work you've done. So for instance, there are companies like Rev, Casting Words, Transcribe Me, Go Transcript, Ecolab. In fact, Ecolab right now is hiring. They are hiring massively. So if you have transcription skills, please go to Ecolabs and apply. Ecolab it's the least difficult among all this. It's the least difficult, but I also believe it's the least paying. So I guess you are paid around $7 to $9. I'm not so sure, but it's the least paying, but it is the easiest. If you are a beginner, this is the account to go and apply. And right now, they are hiring. Please go apply and you'll get an account. For other accounts like Transcribe Me, the exams are quite hard. You need to be very good at typing and listening. But if you don't want to go through the process, you can still buy an account from somebody and you'll start immediately. Transcribe accounts start from around 9,000 to 15K. That's a good account that have already worked. So you are starting, when you apply for an account, you start from like 1 star. So when you buy this account, you don't get a new account. This account that someone else have been working, so the account is already well rated. Probably you'll find an account is rated like 3 or 4. So those are you can buy such an account and start working. So if you have any question about transcription, please comment down below and I will explain further. The online work you can do in Kenya. Number 2 is chat moderation. If you are not new in this channel, you already know that I have done 2 videos already about chat moderation. Chat moderation is basically chatting with lonely people. You see the way you talk with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Now you get paid to do that. You chat lonely white men. You chat them. And when I mean chatting, I don't mean asking them basic questions like, how was your day? The conversation can range from, how was your day, to which is your favorite sex style, and so many other things. Chat moderation is contain a lot of adult content. So if you cannot be able to do adult content, then this job is not for you. However, those babes and guys that knows how to flirt, my goodness, this is the place for you. You can make good money with chat moderation. These jobs right now, there are so many chat moderation companies, but currently there are 2 main companies that are hiring in Africa, and that is e-moderators and cloud workers. For e-moderators, you need to have a VPN when applying. However, after applying, submit, if they respond, submit your Kenyan documents and you get an account. For cloud workers, please do not apply with a VPN unless you have international documents. If you don't have international documents, apply with your Kenyan details without a VPN and pray and hope that you'll get the job. I know the application process can be so frustrating. Personally, I have applied for cloud workers 10 times before I got my account. I applied 4 times for e-moderators before I got my account. It is so frustrating. There are people who have applied 30 times. There are people who apply only twice and get an account. So I don't know. I cannot tell you what criteria they use. I also don't know. But one thing I can tell you, if you really need these accounts and you are persistent, you can make money. E-moderators pays around from 8 bob. E-moderators pays depending on how many messages you send. The more messages you have sent, the higher is your pay. The basic pay is 8 bob per message. So if you send 1 message, you get 8 bob. My goodness. Where else can you send 1 message to get 8 bob? So you send 1 message, you get 8 bob. However, they can pay you up to 10 bob per message and 11 bob per message, depending on how many messages you have sent in a day. So if you're sending over 300 messages, you'll be paid, I think, around 10 bob. If you're sending like 1,000 messages a day, you are paid around 12 or 11 bob. So you see, the more you work, the more your earnings go higher. So for cloud workers pay on average 7 bob. They pay via bank. They pay via bank or PayPal. Currently, I have been hearing people saying that they are having issues with Equity Bank, that they are closing accounts using Equity Bank. I'm not so sure because my accounts, I have used PayPal to apply. So I'm not so sure if they are closing or not. I cannot be able to say that. But if you're applying, kindly use another bank. Don't use Equity Bank. Kindly do not use Equity Bank. Try any other bank, KCB, just any other bank, not Equity. I don't know why, but I have heard that they are closing accounts with that has the payment option as Equity Bank. So do not apply with Equity Bank. So where do you get chat moderation jobs? Like I have said, there are many accounts. Again, if you have access to a US number, or if you have access to a US number, you have access to a VPN or proxy, please apply using US details. If you can be able to get hold of those details, I know in Kenya they are sold. There are people who sell them. I'm not going to refer you to anybody because out here people are being washed properly. I may refer you to somebody, you get washed, then you blame me. So I will not do that. You go do your own research. Find somebody who can get you a US number, but you will need a US number, a US ID, not an ID but a driving license, or you'll also need a proxy. For me, that's too much work. So that's why I recommend people to use their Kenyan details to apply. However, if you have those documents, application will be easier and you'll be accepted immediately. If you apply with a US number or US details, you'll be accepted immediately. If you apply with a proxy, you'll be accepted immediately. So if you are willing or you have those documents, please apply with the US number and you'll get the account fast than anybody or anyone else who is applying from Kenya. Okay, so if you have any question about chat moderation, please ask below and I'll be replying to all messages and doing a video. You can also suggest topics that you want me to cover. If you don't know how to apply for e-moderators or cloud workers, I have two videos in this account, so you can just go to my previous video and the other previous video. Those are two videos about application on chat moderation, and use the process. You don't have to write my answers. You can think your own answers, but just look at what I did because that's how I applied and got the account. Okay, so guys, don't forget, for e-moderators, always use a VPN. For cloud workers, unless you have US details, do not use a VPN. Okay? And e-moderators, if you get they send you a message of approval, reply with your Kenyan document without a VPN. Okay? Do not send your document while the VPN is on. The third online work in Kenya is writing. Writing is divided into three. There is academic writing, there is article writing or blog writing, and then there is copywriting. Let's start with academic writing. Academic writing is exactly what it sounds like. Writing exams for students, doing homework for other students, exactly that. So for you to do academic writing, you need to have at least a college degree or you must have gone to the university for you to be able to do academic writing. Remember, you are doing exams and homework for university students. So at least you must have you must have done this in school so that you can be able to do for them. You do these exams mostly are done for kids abroad in America, in the UK, in Australia and other countries. They send you their exam, you do for them, you do their projects. Yeah, so that's how you get paid by doing academic writing. Academic writing, you can find academic writing jobs on Upwork, freelancer.com, and so many other sites. But if you don't want to go bidding for free for these jobs, you can get an account. If you are very good, you can go apply for a new account and get an account. However, for most people, no one goes to apply for this account. People always buy this account. Okay, you find people selling this account online, mostly on Facebook. There are so many. However, you need to do your homework and find out the person you are working or the person you are buying the account from is a legit person. So when you get the account, you'll just be you'll pay for the account. Now, when you have your logins, you'll just be logging in, doing your assignment, sending the assignment, then you get paid. On a normal day, the lowest academic earner, for instance, I have an account, then I give somebody a job. I will pay them 300 per page. A page in academic writing has around 275 words. So each time you write 275 words, the lowest you can get paid is 300 Kenya shilling. To be honest, the laziest person can do 10 pages in a day. So you are guaranteed when doing academic writing, the least amount you can earn is 2,750 in a day. However, they are the big wigs, people with the accounts. If you have money to invest in accounts, you can be able to earn up to 10K a day during high season. Remember, I said academic writing is seasonal. For instance, right now we are in the high season. Right now until the end of November. In December, the work will go down. In January, there will be no work. In Feb, the work will be lower. Then it will pick up from mid-Feb up to early April. Then in April, there'll be minimal orders. Then from May, it will peak for a few months. But from September, it's where people make money. People start making money in academic writing from September to November. If you're good in it, you can start opening accounts and sell to other people. So that's academic writing. So when you're going to buy for academic writing accounts, there are quite a number of accounts that you can look for. But the most famous accounts include Uvocop, Writers Bay, Edison, Writers Lab. The most paid account I think is Uvocom. I'm not so sure. It goes for around 200,000. But currently you can get this account for around 50,000. But if you don't want to buy your own account, I wouldn't even advise you to buy your own account. I would advise you to start writing for other people. The moment now you have the knowledge of how to manage an account, how to write, now you can buy your own account and start managing, giving work to other writers. Okay, so you go start and you are paid the lowest paid academic writer is paid 300 shillings per page. For every 275 words you write, you'll be paid 300 shillings. Okay, so now let's go to the next type of writing, which is blog or article writing. In fact, I'm an expert in this. This is what I do for a living. You see, when you go to Google and ask Google any question, for instance, how to cook pancakes, a lot of articles will appear there. Those are called blogs. And people like me write those blogs. I own a website. I write in my website. Then if you go to Google and ask a keyword that I have in my website, probably it will appear there. So as a blog writer, you get paid to write for other people. Now that I have a website and maybe I don't have the time to write all the time, I'll hire somebody to write for me. So that's how blog writers come in. So where do you find work for blog writers? Blog writers are very, very marketable. You can find work in LinkedIn, in Fiverr, in Upwork. You can go for bidding. However, there are also websites that pay you to write. So there are quite a number of them. For instance, there is freelancer platforms, Verblio, Text Broker. However, most of these accounts do not accept African applications. If you need to apply for an account, you must have a US number or a UK number and UK details for you to apply. So what I tell people, when you are starting out and you don't understand the industry and how it works, please do not invest money in this. Do not invest your money. Please go start from being a writer for someone else. You write for someone else. When you have the knowledge now, you can start going to buy these accounts. I know the money is in the accounts. However, I do not advise anyone to start by buying an account. That's a big mistake. Because in most cases, your account will be closed because you will make mistakes. You don't know the proper SEO. You don't know how to format. You don't know how to link well. You'll make mistakes and your account will be closed. So if you are starting, please find work from other writers and then you can start working. There are so many writer groups on Facebook. Personally, I found my very first clients on Facebook. Go to Facebook, look for type online writers or something like that, and so many groups will appear. The third form of writing is copywriting. Copywriting is where you write to convince readers to perform a specific action. For instance, if I worked for a marketing agency, I will write to convince people to buy whatever we are selling. Let's assume we are selling shoes. I will write content but my specific reason for writing the content is to inform my readers, then convince them to buy the shoes. So that's called copywriting. It's a bit different from blogging. Blogging, you write to inform. Copywriting, you convince people to buy. In most cases, is to buy to make a sale. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. The fourth online work in Kenya is you become a virtual assistant. So who is a virtual assistant? A virtual assistant is a remote personal assistant. You see the way you can be a personal assistant to anybody in Kenya. Now you be a personal assistant to somebody from the US, the UK, Australia, Canada, or anywhere else. Meaning, you don't work in the same office in this person. However, you are their personal assistant. The job of a personal, of a VA is to help clients with administrative tasks, scheduling, appointments, email and inbox management, social media management, data entry, calendar management, and even travel management. When I say travel management, you are managing their travel. You know, like for instance, if you are an executive virtual assistant, you need to manage the whole calendar of this executive. Okay, so you are a virtual. When you become a virtual assistant, you are managing the schedule of this person, their time management, communication management. You can also be employed as a customer care and so many other things. So virtual assistant is not just one thing. It's a very broad course. When you learn to become a virtual assistant, there are so many things that you can do as a virtual assistant. For instance, you can become an executive assistant, like the one I have mentioned. You become an assistant of an executive in a company. Or even, let's say this person is a sole business, is a sole proprietor. So this person runs their own business and they don't want to hire an in-person virtual assistant. You can be hired because it is cheaper to hire a person virtually. Remember, why most of these companies hire virtual assistants is because they don't want to hire somebody virtually, because it's more expensive to hire a person to come on site than virtually. You as a remote worker, you are cheaper. Okay, so when you get into virtual assistant, there are so many ways you can the course is so broad. You can become an executive assistant, you can become customer relation manager, project manager, social media manager. You know, like you are managing the social media account of this person. Let's say you are a virtual assistant of Safaricom, so you are managing all social media accounts of Safaricom on YouTube, their website, on TikTok, Safaricom, Facebook. So you are responsible for creating each and every content posted there. Your manager will just approve, but you need to create the content yourself. In connection, though you won't create yourself, you'll be creating this content in conjunction with the graphic designers and such, but you are supposed to come up with the ideas because you are the social media manager. Again, you'll be responsible for responding to comments on the social media accounts, doing something called analytics, checking how the pages are performing so that you can improve the content there. You can also become a digital marketer assistant. For instance, in such a company, there are digital marketers. A digital marketer is a marketer who is doing marketing digitally. So you become an assistant of a digital marketer. You can also become a virtual event coordinator. For instance, if you are a company in the US, event company in the US can hire a virtual assistant from Kenya. So your work will be to coordinate all these events. Okay, when customers call, you are the one they reach to, when they are making bookings and everything else. Virtual assistance is a broad course. You just learn to become a virtual assistant, but when you get in there, you have to choose a niche. You have to niche down to something that you'll do. You can either decide to become an executive assistant, a social media manager, or anything else. Number 5 of one online work you can do in Kenya is customer care. Customer care agent, normal. You know, when you go to Safaricom or you call Equity Bank, the person you talk to on the other line, you can become that person for a company in the US, in the UK, Israel, even in China. There are so many opportunities for customer care agents in Kenya. One, if you want, in fact, these customer care agents, if you want to work for American companies, their jobs varies. You can either work on site, like for example, I don't know if you have seen adverts of jobs by CS, is it called CSI? They hire customer care agents. They have an office in Ruiru or somewhere, but you can still work from home as a customer care agent. Your job will include everything a customer care agent does on site, but you'll be doing it from your own house. Okay, so customer, if you are working for a supermarket, you'll be receiving customers having issues with goods bought from the supermarket. They are talking of the product didn't work as indicated, the product arrived late. You'll be dealing with such things. If you are working as a customer care of a hospital, you can expect, like, you'll be asked to do bookings for doctors. In most cases, you cannot work. They don't hire remote customer care agent for emergencies. They hire remote assistant for this doctor appointment that don't have emergencies, like dental, ENTs and such. So you'll do bookings for such patients. So you can expect calls from patients who will be asking when doctors are in, scheduling operations and such things. So that's the work of a virtual assistant. If you're interested in any of these jobs I have mentioned here, you can get skills. You can go to allison.com and learn the skill. If you want to become a virtual assistant, you can also go to ALX. I know currently they are training, so they are not hiring at them. They are not taking in new people at the moment, but you can go and apply and you'll get notification when they are ready to take a new batch. If you want to become a virtual assistant, I highly recommend you to go apply that mentorship at ALX. It is very, very important. It is very important. However, before that, you can take a course at Allison for free. And afterwards, if you want a certificate, you'll have to buy the certificate. The certificate goes for around 2,000 to 3,000 depending on the course. So go apply at ALX, then await their mentorship program. However, on the you can also go to Allison and start studying the course. So, where do you find virtual assistant jobs? There are so many platforms that hire virtual assistant. There are so many agencies that are hiring virtual assistant. So you'll just need to go to Facebook, search for virtual assistant groups, and you will be recommended. You will see so many companies that are hiring. Again, create a LinkedIn profile. If you are looking for work, please guys, create a LinkedIn profile. A LinkedIn account is a must-have for anyone looking a job. Go there and apply for jobs for virtual assistant. You'll see so many jobs. In fact, like I think Talent, is it called Talent Pop? Yeah, Talent Pop is hiring right now. If you are virtual assistant or you have skills in virtual assistant or customer care, go apply at Talent Pop. They are hiring right now. They have a test. You'll do the test. If you pass, they will connect you with clients. At first, they'll connect you with one client. Then, if you work well with the client, they can connect you to more clients. So go apply, and do not forget, go to Facebook. I cannot tell you of other platforms. I know you can also check on TikTok, but I know of Facebook groups. Personally, I get my clients from Facebook, a lot of them, and a lot of information I get from Facebook. So go to Facebook, look for these groups, and start learning. Don't forget, you need to first gain skills. So go to Allison and learn. Also go to, there are so many, maybe you can find videos on YouTube and start learning. If you have any question or something you want me to cover, please comment down below. Ask your questions and I will give answers. Okay? There you go, guys. 5 online work in Kenya that you can do from home. These jobs, you can do them from your house. You don't need to go to an office somewhere. You just apply online. However, before you start applying for this job, the first thing is to gain skills. Do not go to apply for a position that you don't know and you have no experience. Please, guys, because you will only fail and then come back here saying that, oh, I did not know, I don't know, they are not hiring, but it's that you did not have a skill. So if you want to learn these skills, please go to Allison. If you want to learn how to become a virtual assistant, if you want to learn about customer care, if you want to learn about transcription, go to allison.com and take a course. They have several courses. Some courses are even for 1 hour, several hours. Learn, then start implementing. Okay? And you implement, then you can build your portfolio, start looking for jobs. For virtual assistant, please, there's an upcoming training by ALX. They always train after some time. I don't know how many. The course take around 6 weeks, and the application was closed on September 12th. So right now, maybe they have gone for like 2 months or 2 weeks of training. So we can expect they won't be taking a new batch until in the next 1 month. So if I get the memo, they are hiring, guys, I'll come here and I'll notify you. Not hiring, sorry, they are taking new people for mentorship about virtual assistant. I will come here and I will tell you. However, ALX not only have courses about virtual assistant, they have other courses like data annotation, analytics, and so many other courses. Go to ALX website and check out they also have courses on coding, and these courses are all free. The only time you pay is when you want a certificate. If you've done coding and now you want a certificate, they will charge you. I don't know, I'm not so sure how much they are going to charge, but you will be charged. But learning is free, and going through the mentorship process is free. That is what is important. I can guarantee you, since I started working online, no one has ever asked me for a certificate. No one. All they want is a portfolio, your work. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and share if you can, to help grow my channel. And if you like my content, please always come back, because I'll be making sure to post at least 2 videos every week to make sure you are updated on how the online work market is going on. Every information I have, I'll be sharing here, so keep it here. And for you to get this information, please, guys, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you each time I upload a new video. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for all those of you who have, for those 100 people who have subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I'm so grateful. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.